Yeah, I'm a sad young thing. Girl said I look like young Lee. Chubby white sweet, living dreams off the streets. I'm about to move on and kill it with these songs. They don't want me to win, but I'm here for the long run. Sober with the music never.
Hey everyone, my name is Saige, and welcome to this video, guys. Now, what if I told you that the title of this video is not clickbait at all? Something happened yesterday, I think, in Lookin 3D that changed every single weapon dramatically. Now, when you think of things that people look at in weapons to, decide whether or not they're good, you think things like damage, capacity, effects, rarity, and mobility. Well, what if I told you that the mobility of every single weapon in Lookin 3D was just increased? And no, I'm not kidding. Every single weapon in Lookin 3D just had the mobility increased. Some more than others, but I think you guys would be really surprised to hear these changes. Usually when you think of mobilities, they don't really get buffed or nerfed or anything like that, at least not that often. That's pretty rare. So such a large scale of change in mobility for this little tweak or fix that they did to this game, I think you're going to be really interested in it. So here's the banhammer, which was 90 mobility. It is now 95, so you can almost travel just as fast as the double cashback. And I remember mentioning in one of my previous videos, like, why don't you make more weapons available to us that are higher mobility? And, they gave us the banhammer, which was 90, but it was still better than 85 that we had. And now we have 95. And, do you guys notice all these weapons I'm holding out right now that used to be really slow mobility? Look at this. The anti-champion rifle, the sniper, is now 85 mobility, which is the mobility of snipers that people used in in no armor lobbies if they were really good. Things like the Wyvern had 85 mobility, or the Wyvern, however it's pronounced. And having 85 mobility meant it would be really good for, your movement. The anti-champion rifle now has 85 mobility, so this does apply to public games as well if you want to use something like the anti-champion rifle. But check this out, guys, my favorite melee in the game, the chainsaw. 90 mobility now. 90. And the ultimatum here has 75 mobility now, so I feel like I'm moving so fast when I use this. I don't know why. I don't know if everything was just increased by 5 mobility. I don't know if all of them, because I don't remember what the mobility of the anti-champion was before, to be honest with you guys. But I just can say that now it's 85, which before was the standard for all melees. And now the melees are mostly 90, which is really cool. Like, all the 85s are now 90s. And this isn't just this weapon as well. Like, these here, we used to have a lot slower mobility. Now they're 85. There's just so many weapons in this game that are now 85 mobility. And the Exterminator, guys, is now 80 mobility. I'm pretty sure you moved really slowly with the Exterminator before. Can't remember. I think it was like 65 or 75. But now it's 80. And that's just so much better. Because, like, so many weapons in this game are now 85. But one thing I'm so sad about, guys, the particle accelerators is 75 only. I thought they would make it 85, but it does make sense. The particle accelerator is a huge gun. It's definitely really big. But oh my gosh, you guys, like, these weapons genuinely are so much easier to use now, because before a lot of people wouldn't use certain weapons because of how slow you move with them. But now a lot of the weapons are going to be so much better, like so much better. Some of them won't be impacted as much, but like some of the melees being 90 or 95 now, I don't think that'll be too much of a difference. But it's still really crazy to say that, like, weapons like the anti-champion are now 85 mobility. Do I think it's a bad thing? No, I think it's a good thing. I don't like moving slow when I 3-cat. Moving fast is definitely a big part of movement. Makes it easier to not get hit. So it's definitely a good thing, I gotta say. I'm really happy this happened. I really am, because now my chainsaw is 90 mobility, and I love the chainsaw, so I'm probably going to use it a lot more. So I think this is really cool. And in some side news, there was a 3-cat gameplay, or a 3-cat game mode that was out, that is now not out anymore, so hopefully they add that back, because these higher mobilities would be really interesting to use in those gameplays. But yeah, that's all the changes right there. Anyway guys, before this video ends, I would like you guys to go subscribe to my dad's channel on YouTube named Portuguese Pride. There's a link in the description. His birthday just passed, and I think it would be really awesome if we can get him to 500 subscribers, you guys. So if you could do me a favor, go sub to my dad. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like and also sub to this channel as well. I'll see you guys all tomorrow.